Next game, Robbie, we want to chat about, and again, there was another game where, you're seeing things that you can't quite believe. Luton Town won, Liverpool Football Club won. Goals from Taith Chong. Big signing for them, a summer signing for them actually, midfield player that came in, scores in the 80th minute, and then Luis Diaz, Rob, scores in the 90th plus the 5th minute of stoppage time.
Stories,
he was on a sub in the 83rd minute. You get started on this one.
Well, just an incredible game, Rob, and I suppose listening to Rob Jones after the game and a couple of the Luton players who did interviews, and obviously saying that the feel was disappointment in that dressing room. And I was just trying to think, if that had gone the other way, if Liverpool had gone 1-up and then Luton had somehow got a result, and you can imagine the scenes and the feeling would have been just so much different. And that's where, for Luton, Rob, to go 1-0 up against the Liverpool team for best possible to keep a clean sheet against that world-class front attack was like it's incredible that what this league can do, what this league can offer. I couldn't quite believe it, to be honest, mate. And the breakaway from the corner and the lovely finish by Chong and the noise, and that's what this team were fighting for. And what was it, 10 years ago they were in non-league, and now they're 1-0 up against Liverpool with minutes to go on the clock. Before Diaz and all the emotions around him and his parents and his father with the goal. This thing just delivers storyline after storyline. A disappointment, I think, on reflection, Rob. It's got to be a disappointment for Liverpool.
It really is.
I thought Liverpool felt like erratic. They didn't look in control. They weren't clinical. Darwin Núñez, Rob, who I love, who I do feel they should persevere with. I wrote a line down about Darwin Núñez. There's times he looks like a Liverpool striker, and there's times he looks like a Luton striker. Sometimes in the same moments.
The miss is, it's a comedy. It's just unexplainable, Rob. At this level, I thought you were going to say a pub player. Honestly, like a lower league. We're talking, any professional player, that's an easy chance, let alone, a player that's at one of the best clubs in the world and the teams in the world right now. So Darwin Núñez misses from 3 yards out with a side foot volley is just incredible. Mo Salah's miss before that was kind of surprising, but Mo Salah's Mo Salah. I hardly ever see him miss even a header like that. But that miss was absolutely incredible, Rob. And that is a defining moment of the game. That goes in, it's 1-0. Then we're seeing a different sort of game. Just quickly on Luton's goal, and it was a brilliant goal, by the way that Ross Barkley had the composure to bring the ball forward, realise somebody's right behind him, he feeds the ball out to Kabori on that left, the right-hand side, crosses it in for the goal-scoring moment there. There was a shout, and we were in the studio, as the VAR's gone up for a possible handball, we are thinking, here we go, this is it. This is where a goal is scored. And VAR is going to go all the way back, and you're going to, sorry, Luton, you can't have that goal. There's a handball there. It's a penalty to Liverpool. We're going to see that. We are going to see that at some point. I can't imagine what the fans, if that. And by the way, it wasn't a Stonewall good call. It was for me. It was not
either way.
But now I still think. It was expected enough with his jump and the arms coming up and down. It definitely hits his arm. It's kind of in this 90-degree angle from his body. Did you any thought that you thought, wow, that should be given? We have seen similar ones given for that.
My biggest reaction was all the Liverpool players that you see all their arms going up, mate, and that made me think, wow, there must be something there. But I never saw a clear look, a clear angle where I could say yes or no. So, no. Benefit of the doubt, obviously, to Luton, and such a moment for Luton. How could you take that moment away? It would have been incredible. But no, that's got to go down as a disappointment to Luton. And let's not, let's be frank about it. Most top 6 teams, most top 4 teams, most teams thinking of challenging for a title will believe they can go to the Kenny and win, Rob.
Yeah.
I know it's small, and I know it's this, and I know it's that, and we know the atmosphere and that. But most big 6 teams, Manchester City would go there. And
Spurs won there, Rob. Spurs went there and won, didn't they, earlier on? I think. I think they went to the Kenny and won Spurs back in October. I thought, Rob, at half-time, and you know, you listen to the commentary and Graham Lasso was sort of saying how sharp Liverpool looked to move on the ball. I was sat in the studio thinking, I don't know if I fully agree with that. I thought Liverpool looked a little casual.
Yeah.
I thought they looked like that this is going to be comfortable. We're in great form now. The players that we've got, we're going to win this game. I thought there's a little bit of complacency. I didn't see a lot of drive, quickness, intensity that we saw. I said to Tim in the studio in the last 10, 15 minutes, look at the difference in Liverpool now. Sprinting to balls, trying to get on and playing with more desperation. Now, I know you can't play that or like that all the time, Rob, but did you feel in the first half, especially Liverpool, were like, you know, we're going to be okay here, we're possessing, we're in control, we had a couple of breaks. I mean, and to be fair, they did have chances to score. I thought they were a little casual,
the numbers
Rob.
were good. 24 shots, Rob. I think it was 6 on target compared to Luton's 8 shots.
But great chances.
Although they had 5
I'm not sure they created great chances.
Not great chances. Most from distance, and obviously Nunez had a handful. Probably had about 8 of them himself. But yeah, I know what you mean. Didn't quite have that killer. And you know, when we look at Liverpool, intensity of play and you know, a midfield that can dominate the game, and then you've got a front three who you feel one of them's going to have a day. You know, Mo Salah scores and assists on a regular basis. Nunez is trying to find his feet. Jota, I mean, that's just not a level above. That's 5 or 6 levels above where Luton are at. So I'm just thinking, you know, somebody's going to take that hunger piece. It was almost a little bit Chelsea-esque, Rob, in some respects, where you know, get so far, but then there wasn't that killer. It didn't feel like that killer was there. Now, whether that was, you know, what's going on with the football club, the Diaz thing, we don't know if that's affected the whole dressing room. And obviously, you know, you feel for a teammate who they call a brother, and what's happening in his life for him to, you know, come on, scores another brilliant story. But I don't know, yeah, it just felt like there wasn't quite that little hunger thing that makes, you know, Liverpool so different when they are intense, when they're you know, heavy metal masters and the monster mentality. The monster mentality wasn't quite there today.
Yeah, there's one player I want to mention, Liverpool, Rob. I just do want to finish off in terms of my comments on this game about Luton, and what an incredible achievement is, given the budget on this team, and they were one of the lowest budgets in the Championship last year. They have brought in a lot of new players, trying to make a new team, just betting themselves in. I do think they've got a fighting chance of staying in the division. I know that. I know where they're at right now. They got a little bit of breathing room right now.
Might be a bit of Forest, Rob, a bit like Notts Forest, if they can kind of get something together in second half of the season.
Some foundation, yeah. And the last thing I want to say about the game, Rob.
Smart manager, smart coach.
My last comment is a 21-year-old player that I think showed some signs of class. Ryan Gravenberch. That new midfield player, the 21-year-old, they brought in from Bayern Munich for a good fee. That kind of finishes up the midfield transition, really. I thought there was moments where he looks like he's got a bit about him, and I just wanted to throw it out there right now. He maybe made a nice. It would have been assist if Jota scored in the first half. Good play from midfield. Yeah. Just a little nod to this guy that's playing now, and it kind of finishes up your McAllister, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai as the new look midfield. It wasn't a Szoboszlai day, and McAllister is going to be suspended now. He got a yellow card, but Gravenberch just thought he looked pretty useful. Just want to chuck that in at the end of this conversation.
Good shout. Yeah, it's a good shout. As you say, that new midfield just gives him another option. He's got legs as well, and he can go from box to box and drive with the ball, which just gives them another option on the boom. So yeah, good shout. And Liverpool, I'm sure, will be disappointed having come away with a point, but they left it late, and the Diaz goal in the end is a point more than it looks with minutes on the clock.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.